come cross the Caribbean Sea. Mother, father picked me, and we settled down in GT. Why oh? We've been down on the coastal plain, in the hot sun of pouring rain, planting the rice and cane. Why oh? Yes, we take off we boots and we put on we roots. Why oh? So the crab was that grow and the SC cripple is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them all of a post on the quarantine coast is we own. Wondering crab is we own. True leafing up is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Koraila is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own. Weather Grover, weather Pleasance, we do Pagua and Confidence, and we know how to wine and prance. Why oh? And we celebrate Diwali, and then time for Mashramani. It's party, party, party. Why oh? Yes, we know how to fet till the underwear wet. Why oh? So the crap out that grow in the SC Cribbo is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them Wallaba post on the quarantine coast is we own. Wondering crab is we own. Truly the nab is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Koraila is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own. Chip, sugar cake and saltfish and bake is we own. Katahar curry and chupalari is we own. Mauby and ice, black eyed peas and rice is we own. Coconut metachi and wee is we own. Babula and lichan with the cutter in the hand is we own. And the tiger lily and the blue dashiki is we own. And Frankie Manise with the boom boom cheese is we own. And the lion town in Lee Funky Fong is we own. And the fellas in the tree seeing cricket for free is we own. And the brother in the night preaching Jordanite is we own. And Mary fall upon the seawall is we own. And the girl foot fine but Lord she behind is we own. So the crab out that grow in the SC Crippo is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them Wallaba post on the quarantine coast is we own. Wondering crab is we own. Truly the nab is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Koraila is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own.
We are a peaceful people, struggling we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not the one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is our land now, we're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here, make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it. We have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer rule, not one sherriga.
There's a land just off the Atlantic, land of jungles, waterfalls, and sweet scenery, where poor people farm the lands and hunt the waters, and all live in peace and harmony. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. This is Guyana, beautiful Guyana. Diamond seekers go in the interior, pulling their creoles under the falls, singing sweet calypso as they heave on their way to dig up the diamond and the gold. Great kite-chaw tumbling to the river, how I love to see your foaming tide. I listen to the chirps of that cheerful kiskadee as they throw the yellow breast to the sky. Oh, Guyana, land where I was born. Oh, sweet land, shining in the sun. I could hear the monkey chatter up in a tree and the parrots singing this melody. Oh, Guyana, beautiful Guyana. Oh, Guyana, independent and free. Oh, Guyana, beautiful Guyana.
My Guyana, El Dorado, best of all the world to me. In my heart, where'er I wander, memory enshrined thee. All my hopes and aspirations, all my longings only tie everlasting bonds around us as the fleeting years roll by. My Guyana, time's unfolding more and more thy destiny to redeem in lasting splendor all the years had lost to thee, and the dawning of thy glory o'er the long, long night is cast. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. Oh, arise, triumphant, glorious, from the ashes of the past. From Pacaraim's peaks of Par to Corentin's lush sands, her children pledge each fateful hour to guard Guyana's lands, to foil the shock of rude invader who'd violate her earth, to cherish and defend forever the state that gave them birth. We'll forge a nation's mighty soul, construct a nation's frame, freedom or everlasting goal, courage and truth our aim, unyielding in our quest for peace, like ancient heroes brave, to strive and never cease, with strength beyond the slave. Guyana climbed the glorious perch to fame, prosperity. Join in the universal search for worldwide comity. Your people, whatsoe'er their breed, the hue or quality, with one firm, never-changing creed, the nation's unity. Born in the land of the mighty Roraima, land of great rivers and far-stretching sea, so like the mountain, the sea, and the river, great, wide, and deep in our lives would we be. Onward, upward, may we ever go, day by day in strength and beauty grow, till at length we each of us will show what Guyana's sons and daughters can be. Born in the land of kite shore's shining splendor, land of the palm tree, the croton and fern. We would possess all the virtues and graces, we all the glory of goodness would learn. Onward, upward, may we ever go, day by day in strength and beauty grow, till at length we each of us may show what Guyana's sons and daughters can be. Born in the land of the
Good morning, guys, and welcome down to Livewire. Sorry about the slightly late start. We had some stuff lined up for you this morning, but as per normal, people can't depend on them to be on time. Anyway, it's really great to be here with you guys. It's Friday. I hope you guys had a chance to have a look at the General Secretary's press conference yesterday. A lot of useful information shared there, and trouble. So this morning we'll be going through some of the paces, looking at some of the information from that press conference, and looking at some of the other things happening in and around Guyana as well. Now, first of all, I saw a video yesterday. Well, actually this morning, I saw a video this morning with the opposition leader Lidet. And I don't know why, but the guy, quite a funny guy. Anyway, before I continue, I just want y'all to know that this book here, this Chrome, oh, there we go. This book, second. All right, hold on. Let me take off this virtual background for a minute. Y'all, just because I want y'all to see this. There we go. So, right. So as I'm saying, the 2018 no confidence motion by Keno George, copies are available again. So if you need copies, you can contact me on Facebook and we could put in your order for you. It's a book in relation to that no confidence motion. And it has a lot of photographs of what took place on that day. All the MPs, well, at the time, these would have been our opposition MPs. Currently, Minister Edgell, Public Works, the Health Minister, Frank Anthony. At the time, he would have been in opposition. The current Education Minister, Minister Malik Chan. And these guys over here would have been the Bring It On crew, if you remember. They would have been the Bring It On crew, if you remember. Oh no, this is the wrong side of push it, right? They'd be the Bring It On crew, if you remember, right? And it's a really nice book with photos of everything that took place that day. Look, you see? They even have a photo of our president in waiting and his presentation on that day, and also Annette and everybody else on the other side, right? So it's a really good book, guys. Please support local. This is conceptualized, printed, and published by Mr. Keno George, and I think with some support from the Ministry of Culture, Youth, and Sport as well. But this would be a really good book for you guys to have in your home library in relation to Guyana's history and what took place, that the thing that triggered all these events that took place in Guyana during that period into the elections, the 5-month period and all that stuff, right? That's when we learned about fancy maths and all the things that persons try to put over on Guyanese because they feel Guyanese are gullible and will, soak up anything that they give them, right? So we learned that 33 is less than 32. All sorts of things we learned in that period. Nevertheless, we survived, we came through it, and we are now on the correct path in relation to the development that is supposed to be happening in this country. Morning to all the persons on the live already. Jane from St. Martin, Jonah Bijan from Canada. Welcome. Data Nandalal, Veena Ramkaran, seeing you here steady. Really glad to have you here. Keith, Sherwin, Jamila, Nirmala out to Barbados, Omar Sharif out of NYC. Good morning to you guys. Rennie, Dial, you make it by. They get too morning this morning. Morning to you, brother. Good to see you here on the live. Krista Kurprasad, Prasad Patti, good morning to you. Leroy Mangal out to NYC, good morning. Keith Adams, I think you called your name already. Lacho Mahabir, Jasmine Baldio, Chitra Sukraj, Eunice Ragabir, good morning to you. I hope you're having a wonderful morning there in Canada as well. Shakila Bridgelal joining us from the East Bank there. I hope you're having a good morning. It's a wet morning in GT. It's wet. I don't know, the powers that be think they needed to cool off too much sun. Pam, how are you doing? Lance Henry, morning to you. Babita Sims, good morning to you. Tracy Martindale, good morning to you all the way from Barton. Tracy, I know what more to do. Tracy, I don't know what more to do. I try every avenue. I try everything possible. I feel like I'm giving up. I can't do no more. You understand me, Tracy? I try my best. And my best wasn't good enough. What are we going to do? But morning to you still. Morning to Diana Martindale. Morning to John Mitchell, Delroy Jacobs, Beverly Jacobs, Erwin Ward, Erin Ward, his wife, Arlene Ward, her sister, Marisha, Mia Murray up in Bartica there, Ario, all those persons working hard at the RDC. Sean Jainarine, morning to you from NYC. Welcome down to the live. Happy to have you here. Wazim Hasno. All right. Wazim, morning to you. Takur Bridgelal, morning to you. Neil Ramlokan, good morning. Lola Hari, morning to you. Morning to everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Please, I'm asking you for just one share and one like. Quickly before we go, one share and one like, please, before we continue, so we can get this information out there, right? Now, yesterday I played a video. You could say it was a video, but it was an audio card, kind of little video on it. But yesterday I played audio recording for you from a voice note that was sent from the former mayor to the current mayor to people. I don't know. Look, before I get into that, if y'all got friends that are usually late, y'all need to encourage them to be on time, folks. It is imperative as Guyanese that we develop a culture of being on time. I'm not going to tell y'all why I said that, but I'm just saying it. Nevertheless, y'all please welcome a familiar face. Mr. Nkosi Williams is joining us this morning as a special guest. He's here. Welcome. Morning, Nkosi.
Good morning. I saw you give a good piece of nationalistic advice there. That's encouraging. More so, good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm usually not awake so early, so you forgive me if I appear like I am now awakened. There's a lot going on in this country, and more so, a lot of persons are seeing it, and apparently some persons are blind to it, while some persons want to remain ignorant of it. Everywhere you go in this country, you see development. There's no disputing that. You go somewhere this month, you go next month, the entire landscape of the place transforms. You go into a community today, and the road is bad, and you go in this community next month, and the road is being done. You go in this community, it's dark, and you give that community a few weeks, you go into that community, there are street lights. So the country is developing and is developing at a rapid pace. Incidentally, a lot of persons cannot see it. That is possible? Well, I know how that's possible. They cannot see it because they do not want to see it.
Selective blindness, sir. Selective blindness. That's the best way I could put it. But
For
before
me,
we jump into that, all these things
yeah,
that you got to talk about, I wanted to show you a video, sir. Right? We're going back to Linden. I was about to jump into this. Now, yesterday I played a voice recording between the ex-mayor and the current mayor. And basically, the ex-mayor is telling Mr. Sharma that she believes he's there to tear down her legacy, what she would have built. I am unaware of what exactly she's talking about, but she's allowed to say that. Nevertheless, I highlighted yesterday that these persons elected to the town council there in Linden, it doesn't seem like they have a plan on how they want to move the town council forward, how they want to better the lives of Lindeners, or anything of that sort. Now, lo and behold, Nkosi, there's a video on the APN news page, and we'll play it here. It's just about a minute or so. And it shows me that in the party of the PNC or the APNU coalition, there is no unity. Now, imagine your leader is in your region and your mayor show up. Most of your councillors didn't show up. You understand me? None of their MPs who's sitting in parliament, not even the ones with responsibility for the area, in show up. Let me take a quick look at this and go see. But I lie, I sorry. I see Vince Wright Jordan there. I see, and I want to be scandalous. So he was the only one that was there as a member of parliament other than Aubrey Norton. Now look at this crew walking through Linden and Kosi. Now mind you, let me pull back here a couple of seconds. The carpeting weed, garbage all over the place. And Kosi Williams, who's in charge of the town council in that area.
the People's National
The
Congress.
LG? That's what I'm showing you. Now imagine they walking through an area that they are controlling and are so happy to be in an area in this. This was the best part. Look at this here. This here is a footpath in some community in Region 10, Linden. Look at Aubrey Norton pointing at the bushes and the mud dam that he got to walk through. Instead of he call on Sharman and ask him why he didn't clean up this place, why he didn't build a footpath for the people, or something like that. He walking through there. And his party has control of the council. These people are good, bro. This young lady, sorry. I'm gonna let you comment just now. This young lady's job is in jeopardy. Aubrey Norton went to the States and said they gotta hire international PR people. This girl not doing her work. Her tongue heavy. She ain't disseminating the opposition information properly. You understand? He said he gonna hire international people for PR because the local PR team in fit of fart. You understand me? No, look. You know that. was them walking on a road that the PPP construct up there. I wanted to show y'all. They are proud to go to that community who supports them. You understand? They build a road, they build a new school, they open up a housing scheme that gave it 2,000 acres to Lowenfield. 2,000 acres in the area, not to the residents or house lots. To one man, 2,000 acres, brother. They could got the interest of anybody of that height and play they walking in who build the road to be not pick pen by. Anyway, comrade, jump in.
The rift within the PNC every day is becoming more and more apparently clear. The member of parliament, the representative for Region 7, the honorable I don't want to say the honorable Rasta guy, the honorable Mr. Figueroa. He holds parliamentary representation for the region. He's regularly in the news talking about the public accounts committee. Your leader is in the region, you would not step there. But that is the rift because the member of parliament are in the region there and the leader, they're not on the same terms. The regional council, the regional chairman and the leader, they're on the same level. And that's the level of nothingness. I'm going to talk frankly. I'm not saying that the member of parliament is not on a level of nothingness. But they're all together on that level of nothingness. And then they're disenfranchised. And then they're disrespectful. And I'm going to talk to the people just a little bit. Guys, what happened to you, man? The local government elections, honestly, they vex my spirit. Because I expected persons to display, let me choose words carefully. I expected persons to display more sense. I mean, if I try one thing all the time, I gotta try something else.
Right.
On that simple basis, we see it in Georgetown, we see it in Bartico, we see it in Linden, it's happening in Madio. Everywhere that the PNC control is being neglected a few months after the local government election, as it was for donkey years.
Exactly.
And that is the disrespect to the people. All these persons want is to know that they can have enough gullible persons in their corner to maintain their pathetic existence on the political scene.
Yeah.
All these dossier, would they put that in a dossier? The drift within the PNC, would they put that in a dossier? Send it to the elder? Because they got this elder in some part. He talks a lot. Can't tell me a lot of things that would fill the gaps of the history of our country, though.
Yeah, but my thing in Kosi, if I've heard Aubrey Norton say that he is going to win the general council and he's going to be the next presidential candidate for the party, Aubrey Norton can't even guarantee the support of all his MPs. You can't guarantee the support of the regional heads, the cluster heads in the regions. How are you winning this? Is he saying that there will be a rigging attempt at the Congress there? Are we going to wait 5 months to find out who is the new leader for the PNC, APNU, whatever it is? You understand? No, bro. I spoke about Coretta yesterday. But I know that you had looked at a program recently with Manzo. Share some information in relation to that with us.
As we are on the subject of the opposition not being on the same term. No, the government and the opposition issued a joint statement on the border issue. We do not see the Minister of Foreign Affairs go in and issue a separate.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Courdel.
Morning.
How Mr. Norton gonna be the president? It's not Mr. Norton talking anymore. It's Danish Manipal talking for Mr. Norton. Mr. Norton don't know what to say anymore. Mr. Norton brain's gone.
At least if people noticed it. Bye, I look. Thank you, Carlo. Go ahead, Kosi.
Within the PNC, they're so disenfranchised. They're fighting for their individual space, and the space is limited. So everybody jumping out, if I'm to say it calmly, I want to look good. Amanza is speaking on the border issue, and she's talking to the extent that the government ought to show a more concrete approach. She is another one of the, it's Friday. She's another one of the people. I haven't prayed as yet, so I don't want to start off with badness. She is one of the persons that is of the opinion that this government needs outside votes to trash them at any election. And this is the naivety of these people. You are losing support. I can maintain mine and still beat you by a majority because your people are abstaining from you. No amount of, I'm going to call them out individually, no amount of puffing and swearing is going to make people support you when you suffer them.
Correct. That is correct
That's
today. That's correct.
No amount of nicely done here, well make up face, wrong mathematics is going to cause people to support you.
Right.
No amount of bling, 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 monkey yourself is going to cause people to support you. People don't support theatrics. People support development. People support things, commonly speaking, people support things that put money in the pocket.
Yeah, I agree.
The opposition blind. Last week, this week, there were several hundred road contracts awarded to Guyanese. Would that be in a dossier? No. I said Guyanese because I was present so I can speak. It's now face thing. For those who don't understand the common terminology, it was across the board. There were young people there, they were old people, they were people of all kind of race. I'm tempted to say all kind of political persuasion because we are having some issues. This government, our government is free-handed. So we award contract. Every Guyanese need to live. We all have children to feed. But then some certain persons get these contracts, and I honestly believe they do it in such a manner that is going to cause us thereafter to be ridiculed. They do substandard work. It's almost to me as if they're sabotaging us. Nevertheless, they have to live. Go ahead.
Morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Mr. Jones and Mr. Nkosi.
Morning.
My brother, we don't have a political organization called APNUAST. We have a circus called.
I agree.
So, in respect of whoever will be the presidential candidate, hello?
Yeah, we here.
In the respect of whoever would be the presidential candidate for 2025 election, any challenge for the PPPC, because it is evident as of recently when the VP would have paid a visit to many PNC or Black New Stronghold, or which used to be the Stronghold. I don't know if they have that significant support anymore, because a lot of young people in this country have seen the delusional traits of Black New. Because ever since the last election in 2020, the entire party has been encompassed with a syndrome, a mad syndrome. So I don't know what would be the result or the results for the party at the elections in 2025. Because no sane Guyanese no Guyanese with a mental faculty intact, I don't think they would allow themselves to subscribe to total madness, brother.
I agree. I listen to you.
McDonald alone, if you understand what I mean, listening to Coretta McDonald alone, brother, this is more than an episode. There's a whole book of madness, brother.
Coretta heading good. And Guyanese know it. Right, Vishal?
Something. And let me tell you something. Right? When there was had the opportunity in 2015 to prove to the Guyanese people the competence, the ability, if you understand what I mean, to go for it. But they feel the only thing they were instrumental in doing is selling Guyanese people a good lie. Because there's the epitome of the party. You see, these people is raised. These people is raised who could talk the best lie.
But I don't even think it's the best lie, Vishal. I think it's the stupidest lie. The most unbelievable lie.
Everybody got a dancing, everybody got their part to play. It's a circus. You see the man go tilt to Washington on a monkey parade.
Yeah.
For science, these people know how to put on a show. All they got to forget is what I tell you. They need to go fully into the circus business. They just gotta get some national animals from the jungle, couple monkey and thing. Man, these people got good talent. Enjoy this, sir.
Thanks for coming through, Vishal. Yeah, go ahead and go see.
I like that. They should go into the circus business full time. It's a full clown show. The caller talked about Washington. I guess all these things. When I hear some of them speak, I think I can understand, because if I was a Coretta McDonald and I'm out here bashing Jack Dio, because apparently everybody just bashes Jack Dio. The best basher of Jack Dio gains prominence within the party. That's how you elevate it.
Yeah.
So I'm out here and bashing Jack Dio. I'm losing my mind. I'm bashing. I'm criticizing everything good. The gold program, it make no sense. And I'm holding parliamentary responsibility for the education sector, mind you.
Yeah, mind you, talking but people can't get a piece of land and barely share with land under their tenure, buddy.
They're saying the numbers of house that has been allocated has been inflated. I'm saying, for the benefit of the doubt, inflated or inflated not, it is already more than you have done.
Exactly. No, and
should the elections be called tomorrow, I can see without fear of contradiction, the People's Progressive Party is going to win outright. Why? Because for just about 3 years and a few months, you can see it. It's everywhere. Promises delivered. Your track record is what's keeping power. Not demonizing your opponents, not ridiculing people, not seeing that you could give the best joke and ring the hardest bell. This is a clown show, as the caller said.
And Kosi, I often see there is no opposition person right now who can go on any platform and say, this is what we did for you. This is what we built in your community. This is how you have benefited and continue to benefit because of this initiative put forward during the time we were in office. There is nothing that the Guyanese can look to now and say, yes, we got this from you. You build this health center. Nothing, partner. Now, Aubrey North at his press conference yesterday, and I had the video here, but I ain't gonna play it, spoke of these Venezuelans and the fact that the government is using them to pad the voting list and win the elections. And he claimed that he had requested, or the party requested, the aggregated numbers of the Venezuelans here, and they couldn't get it. Now, Nkosi, I specifically remember about 3 press conferences ago, the General Secretary sat there and he gave the amount of persons here, the amount registered, the spread in terms of the region. Why the opposition leader can't get that? Now, he's saying that they sent a document to him that was trash. And Kosi, if I send a document to you that is trash and you're saying, Courdel, send this trash to me, you're going to walk with it for show somebody. Apart, no? You're going to walk with it for say, look this stupidness he sent me. Look. This is what he sent me. I know what region got what. Look. He's claiming that the document said there are no Venezuelans in region 5 and region 6. Why wouldn't you walk with the document? He's claiming that that is what the document said. Why won't you walk with this document to show persons, hey, this is what the government showing me. They ain't got no Spanish in region 5 and 6. Yeah, y'all know the stupidness. But again, we see them, just as in Washington, going there, making baseless claims with nothing to back it up. And it just shows you how unprepared they are to be in opposition, much less a government. You understand me? People cannot look at the opposition and in their right mind, as you said, go into a polling station and vote for them. There's no track record for you to look back on. And the representation you get from these opposition persons, it's best how you represent yourself. It's best you represent yourself. Just like when I had Darren Wade as a lawyer, partner, and Coasty Williams, I had Darren Wade as a lawyer. That was before I didn't know he is super stupid. This is before the election cases, you know. So you know who's Darren Wade. And I had a friend named Wade who's like, man, because he was a lawyer, but he the stupid. He thought I should have realized, well, hey, carry me to Darren Wade. And Kosi, as I sat in that courtroom, I said, by his best, I represent myself here. Why put myself in here? Why put myself in here? So Londoners, New Amsterdam people, Georgetown, these townships that are still holding on to the foolishness of the PNC doing to yeah, let's catch yourself.
You're just using these people and trying to fool these people. I saw a story bus at City Hall there. We have a new mayor, but we don't have new dealings. You see the problem, and I keep telling people, you could move Aubrey Norton and send it to Madagascar. You could line up the rest of the lunatic fringes, and we could send them Qatar to cool out. And we bring a set of fresh forces. It is not, is the brand. Is the brand. We have a new mayor, same thing. Is the brand. We see the same lack of consultation. We see these forces are on the opposition. The councils that are controlled by them, they manage in this high-handed way. They would not include you. We putting you for no committee, y'all, PPP. We want you here. So you're excluded altogether. And then they come on the national level and they cry and they cry and they go, oh, we're not being included. We're not this. Are you crazy? They come on the national level and they decry, oh, the government is not consulting. And on the council level in which you have management of, you're not including anybody. Exactly. In Region 7, in specifically in the township of Batica. These people don't want nothing happen. And I understand why. Because you're there from inception. This community turns a tongue. Your party controls it. And then now you see gonna people one multi-purpose center, a PVV council. It looks bad for you. Because that is your area, your stronghold. You had 2 successive mayorship control, and you see it fitting for do nothing for the people.
Yep.
And now that persons are benefit, and rightly so, because it's a progressive government saying you're gonna benefit. You know, permission to speak freely. Whether you support me, not you thing and happen for you. But don't agree with them because now when I'm going to start treating you nice and I'm ensuring that yes, you're progressing in life, you're going to distance yourself from them.
Right.
So the likes of Steve Lake now is going to have a hard time the next time going around to be a council. To go there and I'm like, oh, I'm a councillor. Do you make representation? They're saying they're in Region 7, and this baffles me, that the council, and by extension the government, should consult with the residents of a single constituency to determine whether they should put a multi-purpose facility that would benefit the entire region, municipality and out of the municipality. And they're creating a whole upcry. Not they just what when it comes to women, I was trying to choose words carefully because people want to get sensitive. But when they shine mud, they shine mud. There's no who's this, who's that.
Yeah.
I just borrowing some scripts from them. One councillor as a part, and then they're going to hold this collectiveness. The residents of constituency ought to have been consulted so that they can tell you that they don't want a multi-purpose facility here that would benefit the residents of constituency 1 to 15. 1 to 10, I don't think there are 15 constituencies here. 1 to 10, and including the persons from the riverine area that everybody's got to come back to play football, play sports, and everything. So now we're gonna have all these riverine communities. I don't think there's no other riverine community in Guyana that would have access to a multi-purpose facility. You will leave Carroll, you're gonna take roughly about 15 minutes access to a multi-purpose facility. You're gonna leave Riversview or Goshen, you can come over the river, it takes you just about 5-10 minutes of access to a multi-purpose facility. Why should, and I'm asking, I haven't talked to the councillor, why do you believe that the residents of constituency is the determinant factor of our entire region? Why should the entire region be set back because they don't want the ground there? Their children are going to benefit. Where was your party idea, whether it was on the governmental level or the mayorship level, to an idea such as that? They got the center ground. They got the center ground there in Region 7 for 3 years, with the promise to put grass and make it as close to the stadium as possible. I said it without fear of contradiction. Since the finish, it was trash. I don't hear none of them talking about that. Yet no one had access to a facility because it was being redone. I know it don't even have grass. From the time it finished, it never was it never looked green.
My partner, just yesterday, Raj, who's usually on this live, posted a photo. I think it was from the hotel just across there that you could see into the compound. The fire service watering the place. They're trying to like catch up itself with the grass. You understand me? All the time they're there, just like in Linden, just like Georgetown. You're putting in no initiatives to probably collect more revenue so you could do something for the city. The little equipment you're getting, you're carrying it. They ain't got no upgrades happening in any of these townships under the stewardship of the PNC councillors. You understand me? Any transformation that you go to New Amsterdam and see and Kosi Williams, any transformation, roads, pump, anything in the township of New Amsterdam, it was done by activists and councillors under the PVP. The people going down, the people chain missing. The people, I can't remember the right name for it. The people think Ghana and Kosi, oh Christ, buddy. How petty it could be. And these people talking about corruption. These people talking about corruption. The most corrupt group in this country. And more so, as you said just now, at the end of the day, it is about track record. Aubrey Norton has nothing that he can go and say he has done under the coalition government that benefited persons, that they should say, well, no, let us elevate you from a youth advisor. Or former youth advisor, now opposition leader, to the role of a president. There's nothing there. Persons are saying a man should be the person to lead the
I don't
party.
know.
But oh gosh, other than a good-looking face, a man needs to go and do remedial maths. What she gonna do with the budget? What she gonna do when the Exim Bank send money to we for do project? You see problem y'all put away in body. Y'all want to see Guyana? Let me jump to Bartik, and I vex are jumping all over the place. I see Ajay Chatterpal here and Miss Arlene Ward here as well. Now you remember you're talking about the government doing development across the board. I spoke about this yesterday. So at the town council meeting in Kosi, many of you know, they got a new One Guyana sign
Yeah, I saw the video. Wow, the meeting, that meeting is hot.
in Bartika. And the PNC council said the contractor should be the first one to crash up on there, not knowing it's a fellow PNC councillor or is the contractor. So if it is true that the government is discriminating and marginalizing persons who don't support them, how we get a contract from by? He go in the IRDC and thief the contract and sign it and do it.
And nobody see
You
it.
understand? Right? Look at all them stuff they're doing there, them road from Mary to Sand Hill that going on. These people ain't do no new road development in this country under the tenure Nkosi. Look at all these things happening around this place. You talk about it just now. When it comes to 2025, this PPPC administration got so much things to tell people. You understand? You got them whole night rally and campaign meeting. The amount of things you got to say because we care. Fisher Parsons grant, farming grant, business grant, new facilities, new community road, new highway, gas to shore project, new Demerara River crossing, new Mackenzie Wisma crossing, Linden to Mabura Road. What more could call in hotel in Palmyra, 12 hospital, gas, shore base in region 3, shore base in region 6, shore base in region 4, part-time jobs, opening back up Gaisuko. Oh God, and I could continue, brother.
And we still got what, a year and a half more to go? With more to go. Wow. A better question is what the opposition going to tell people? I think you hear this one you tell me with.
And Kosi, stop. Listen, look at this here. This is why I deal with on a morning. You feel it there's easy. Watch it comment. This is Paul. Paul has harassed me. Steady. Now he's asking if Coretta joined the PPP, she becomes smart and intelligent. No, Paul, that kind of stupid is not redeemable. No. Even if she joins the PPP, we got to put her to sit in the back. So we can't have people stupid like the talking nonsense and creating trouble in the place.
You look bad.
In the back, we would welcome her because she coming out to the Kool-Aid gang and she unpoisoning his spirit. You understand? With all
she definitely would have to be detoxed, probably quarantined, and then she can jump out.
Yeah, we can detox you from all the Kool-Aid she's drinking. You understand? And then we can gauge her before we let her speak publicly. Because that foolishness she talking naturally, Paul, that don't just come out here if you switch parties. That embedded in shit. It's in DNA. This level of stupidity. So yeah, Paul. Sorry, Nkosi, continue. The bite is getting my vex.
The bite show me up. I can pick up from there though. He's talking about Coretta. I'm going to talk about all of these people. The opposition, I want to use kind words today. We had the budget this year. Everybody remember we had the budget this year. Not a single MP. And nobody got an individual thinking mind over there. Not a single member of parliament on the opposition side supported that budget.
Yeah.
Now, these fools are tried. At least are tried, right? These fools are going to come now and call. We asking the government, what are you doing with the 5 billion that you set aside to assist Guyanese? You didn't support that? Shut up. What if we put it in there? We have a plan. We don't talk about plan. The reason you can ask a question like that is because since last year, we planned and and we put that money in there, and you did not support it. You did not support a
Exactly.
budget that had 5 billion inside to ease the hardship of Guyanese.
Yeah.
And now you
Yeah.
all things. Had we had a sensible opposition who isn't intellectually lazy, they would have perused that budget, saw that it is 5 billion, probably take into consideration our GDP is high, come at their budget speech and say what happened, y'all can't turn the 7 billion.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
of the sort. Y'all can't
Yeah.
double that. You debate it, and then suppose it raised, suppose it remains the same. You made some form of representation for poor people. You ain't gonna sit there, criticize a budget that gives school children more money than last year,
Yeah. Yeah.
that gives
Yeah.
persons more contract than last year, that gives more scholarship than last year, that has 5 billion set aside for poor people's development or poor people's assistance. Because this money is just to assist, and there are a whole host of other measures that is aimed at easing hardship and alleviating poverty. You ain't
Yeah.
supporting the, we do not support this budget. It's for friends, family, and cronies. Then how are you coming wrong and asking the 5 billion to be spent on poor people? That money was placed there because there is consideration for every sector, every section of Guyanese population.
No, and Kosi, Paul here jumped over to the electricity issue that we're having now. I'd like to remind Paul that during the tenure of the coalition, the Wartsila contract for maintenance of that facility at Kingston was rubbished, and they couldn't find parts and things for it. You understand me, Paul? So that is the reason it's in the current condition it is in. That is the reason we're having all these blackouts. So now that this administration is investing in power generation or gas to shore project that will dash away with all this, and they're coming before the end of 2024, I think they said, or 2025. One out of the two. You understand me? Paul, you should not speak anything about power generation with a minister of infrastructure who bought us trucks at over 100% over the market value, the 45-foot trucks at GPL. When you have a minister who bought scales, pay 100% for the scales, and on to this day, we didn't get one of the scales yet. You hear me? That's why I say people like David Patterson should never step foot back in Parliament. And that's why I know Nkosi bareface is a real thing. Bareface is a real thing. When you could go
and does a bareface by. Does a bareface by. It could be you fentanyl. It could be you fentanyl. Does a bareface by.
The pistolero don't play. The pistolero don't play.
Yeah,
Your face. He piss on your fence and tell you about your mother so and so after. You could do what you want. You understand me? You could do what you want. So like people like them, people like Baldo, who's calling people buck and only giving literally said, imagine you can't
never could set foot in Parliament again.
You can't find a clip of a PVP member of Parliament saying we only giving contracts and jobs to be friends and family. But you literally have Wanda Lawrence on record as saying that. Literally. Morning caller.
That the nation where we live, right? Because remember with this heat, right? With this sun heat we got right now, this El Nino, a lot of people buy AC and them kind of things. So they join a lot of foreigns in it.
This guy's
Next month, the government by them next month. Then what next month? Everything when they're back in Ireland.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I have to go and buy a solar. I have to go and buy, but let it be, let the nation hear it. All right, thanks.
Thank you for coming to caller. And that is a wonderful point I was getting to, but us get sidetracked sometimes. The heat in this country, a lot more persons are using air conditioning units. We have more businesses in this country now. You understand? We got more hotels going up and all these things. Is it power demand? Is it demand
more businesses, more new houses, more everything. we have the opposition calling on the government to put ACs in the schools. What's going to happen?
Exactly. They not build no generation capacity and putting all kind of responsibility on people and they move nothing forward in the 10-year body. Correct
No,
talking about mistakes in books, brother. Correct the head of the GTU. She can go to Nicolette Henry, she can go to Rupert Rupnarine and say, look, this stay wrong, fix it. Now you realize that pre-Manik Chinese minister that they got mistake in them book and that the maths section got some problem. Well, then a man's a learn from them book. And she still turn the lawyer. So the rest of the Chinese children will be fine.
they will be fine. This current crop, let me put this as I want to put this. This current bunch of fools that we have in the opposition is a new set of fools. In 2010, 2000, the members of the PNC was a different set of fools. Why I'm saying this? You remember the Amila Hydro project? The opposition went to parliament and shut down the budget for the funding of that project. One, that would have already been completed. And two, every time he like cut off a splash pond, that's because we came into power and we added this to the grid. And that's irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
That's after the fact. What you added, we could have been added 6-10 times more with the hydro project across the country.
Yeah.
But you didn't support that. That should have been supported. Similarly, like how you're supporting the Venezuela border controversy, because it's something that benefits everybody.
Exactly.
But once the People's Progressive Party Civic, not once, because the People's Progressive Party Civic comes up with initiative that includes our Guyanese, that eases the hardship on Guyanese, that benefits the Guyanese, the opposition would not support because the opposition looks bad. The opposition just recently had 5 years. They couldn't think of none of that. And now these people are executing your plan and the people benefiting. Imagine though.
Yeah. And this
It was
thing,
never their
everything plan and they couldn't do nothing.
and nothing was done.
Bro, at the end of the day, Nkosi, I want you to understand clearly. These people will pretend they're going to mislead, they're going to misinform, but they will not do any work to gain real support. They don't want to put in that groundwork. Like how them ministers there in the communities are almost daily, or in the regions are almost daily. You remember Nkosi, they had I don't think it was an outreach, something that had a coffee square under the coalition time. Partner, they bring tents and stuff. The tents had to AC. They could sit on regular plastic chairs out there on coffee square. They have to bring out the executive chair and AC tent, and you understand me? That's what they like. And at the end of that process, how many Guyanese benefit from anything? You understand? How many Guyanese benefit from anything? Look at Glenn Lal, one of the richest Guyanese in this country. And instead he tried to beat on an oil block so you can hire more Guyanese. You're ridiculing and condemning. You notice you hear nothing about them 4 women who win the oil block.
From Glenn Lal.
Yeah, you notice you hear nothing about that. You notice you hear about that Guyanese, 100% Guyanese business. The doctor and his wife, who's the lawyer, who get a oil block too. But Afro Guyanese ain't getting nothing. Afro Guyanese ain't getting contracts. Afro Guyanese are being marginalized. Friends, family, and favorites. Well, I'll say it to you, Mr. Norton and the PNC. The Guyanese population is the friends of the PPP. The Guyanese population is the family of the PPP. And the Guyanese population will always remain the favorite of the PPP. So you could haul your ass, as Cameron Jamdratan said. Y'all go back in the car now. Because Guyanese will continue to benefit under this party. They will
I'm
continue
going
to.
I'm going to adjust a little bit to that. Those persons in the PNC also, as mischievous as they might be, they're also our friends and family. Because Mr. Norton in Linden there, his party didn't take a road to his pig farm. No, I'm not saying this to say that we have done for Mr. Norton. What I'm saying is to say is that irrespective of who you are and where you live, our
Right.
plans and policy of development is going to reach you. And that is whether you like us or like us not. That's
Yeah.
whether you like at Bamam Ali or your regular Marriott. It doesn't matter. Can you, Mr. Norton, as the leader of the PNC, can you speak with that definitiveness to say, yes, my government or our government or the past government, they nothing. Yeah, do road left people also continue the road, buddy.
The buses used to pick up certain people cheering only.
These things are documented history. You Google, I only giving work to PNC people, and then you realize that you bring back that limited here, the person to the parliament, 600 million scandal. She just take over from one them with a $12 million problem, and 600
Yeah.
million she didn't calling in. We
Yeah.
don't forget these things. So when they come out with a pretty flower dress and the too much brown powder, say, just cool out, buddy.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you could come
Remind
to
me of
tell me as a Lawrence. What can you come to tell me? You were only giving jobs to PNC people and permission to speak freely. I did black just like you, but I didn't get in.
exactly.
Because it's not a complexion thing with these people. It's an ideology thing. You dotish, you bent, you backward, PNC, use we. Well, I'm not dotish. Definitely not backward. We progressing, we going forward.
I agree with you, comrade. And guess what? We pass outside of this place that's usually stink of fish. And I did a video. I did a video. It's now you talk to remind me. So I'm gonna pull it up. We passed outside this place that stink of fish. And you know something in Kosi? I like people to see these things because at the end of the day, these people live so much better than the people they claim to be representing, and they don't do nothing for them. They in the big house enjoying themselves, got 3, 4, 5 car park up in the yard, and they ain't doing nothing to help Guyanese better themselves. This is how stink of fish living.
So, so we passing by. It's stinker fish. This is where you live. If you didn't know, now you know. This house lot here, inside of that stinker fish. But they got real cars park up here, though. They're doing well. They're doing well.
That you see that place there got 4 vehicles in front of it and coast. 4 vehicles. And I guarantee you the supporters ain't got them options.
None of those vehicles I noticed is a 2.8 Premier or anything like that. It's very high end. It's costly.
Yes, man, they got electric, they got gas powered, everything there. Everything there. You understand me? And in the tenure, they come put something in place. These people change it so that poor's got buy newer models, so it incurring more costs and them kind of thing. They didn't want
And then
the average guy to own a vehicle, but they got 4 park up in front by them. This big head one corrector who I was talking minutes on a Wednesday night. Big Lexus park up by Sheen 4th Street, Alexander Village. But during the coalition time, every time the rain fall, Alexander Village flooded now. But guess what? She property high. You understand? And she got SUV to drive out to the flood waters. So she got time with them. And more so, Alexander Village is a predominantly Indian area. So more so, they ain't gonna see nothing happen for them. You understand me? More so, they ain't gonna see nothing happen for them. So I am glad that I am here, that people like you are here. Because not everybody is able and willing to speak out against the nonsense. And more times than not, we have forces on their side willing to come on programs on social media and TV and course and blatantly lie outright, lie to people, lie. And it first one I could call blatantly lie to people, and often they don't get rebutted. So y'all gonna see me here every Monday to Friday, 7 to 8, dropping, lashing them because it's bare foolishness, and they cannot sit at any table and pretend that they're righteous and they do this and they do that and a set of foolishness. Y'all left Guyanese down 2015 to 2020. And more so, young Guyanese like myself, Mr. Williams here, who would have never experienced Burnham, would have never experienced the type of rigging that we heard about, the blatant way you used to go and just, allegedly, GDF people used to go and just collect the ballot boxes, carry it away, and then come back. Youth places like Unity, I heard the GS say this, 99% of them voting for PNC. Blatant rigging. We only used to hear about them thing. We see it in 2020, and we see
In
the
the
length,
transparent manner.
the lengths that they were willing to go to. They didn't even care if people see and know. Look how much top brass police who served this Guyana police force for years. Now they got walking shame on the road. Got people, the COI and the testimony. Oh my God. You understand? Once at the top ranking police fireman now. James and what's your name? Farmer ops officer Maxine Graham, and them turned farmer now. Because they want to walk around in public for people to see their face, buddy. You listen to their testimony at the COI. A deputy commissioner of police, a substantive commissioner of police. I don't know. I didn't think it wasn't this. I didn't that. I said this here. This is constable behavior. You understand me? You ain't taking responsibility for nothing. You got the person who got superintendency over the police force, and one of his juniors who you could say is the second in charge of the police force. And that is your response. That is your response. Bomb scare now. Anything y'all investigated? The behavior in the place. Man, look, Nkosi, the coalition has corrupted so many persons.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to choose these words carefully. I'm not going to agree the coalition has corrupted so many people. There are so many corrupted people out there. There are so many PNC characteristic persons in our society. I don't want to be the guy to have to call people name. I don't really business, you know. I talk. Once it's not a lie, I'm willing to speak it. We have them in the police force, up, down. We have them in the judiciary. You see many of those cases up and down. This is not a lash at the police or a lash at the judiciary, but in every sector and every section of our society, we have these Kool-Aid people. And it is blatant when a matter could go to court, go tell to the appeal court, go tell to the CCJ, and these learned and experienced persons are baffled as to how you could not have. Why did this happen? Why do we have to overturn this? This decision is way off. It should have never been made.
Right.
But there are these elements, and we have to be careful of them. They're everywhere. I spoke all. A man get a contract, and he ain't gonna do it good because he is the Kool-Aid mentality kind of person. And then these same idiot is gonna come. Look, the road didn't do properly. But we can still include you. Just pull up your ass, please. This is not sabotage. Because you can't sabotage the amount of progress and development that has happened for the Guyanese people. You can't sabotage them. They no amount of spin and lie could distort them. And it's becoming harder. I was going up the East Coast, the East Bank, and I'm like, wow, this traffic. The driver, no, you forget we got a new road or what? When I pass the Jaguar, I said, what? So when we grew up in these areas, behind here, there were caves. We used to walk and go and borrow the people cane because it didn't grow back. No, look at this place. Must you see nothing yet? There are a lot of other, must you don't drive. You can stop there in George. Some must everywhere there wider roads. It's an us. Persons come back from overseas. You left Guyana just around 2020, 2029. Anytime when we had the troubles, I'm not on the earlier troubles, or most recent troubles, 2015 to 2020, that perilous hardship period. You come back now, it's a different place. There is no denying that. I'm
Yeah.
sure if the former president jumped out of his estate, I'll call it estate, that's more than a mansion, boy. That's more than a mansion. If he jumps out of his estate and he jumped into his, it's a Lexus?
Lexus.
It's Lex, yeah.
Lexus.
I envy them for them thing that's drive. And he jump in his Lexus, he could literally just experience that Lexus on the road that we built.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna know we then Kosi, because you don't come out and the
That's a
country
good point.
change. You
Might
don't
feel
come
that
out,
somewhere.
oh, you know we there. Bye. Look, and Kosi, it's wrap up time, buddy. Thank you for coming out this morning, being on the program. Guys, remember to support local. 592 Tech Vision for all your surveillance cameras, electrical installation in your house, videography, photography services. G-Rubis for all your remotes, repairs, AC repairs, TV, stereos, things like that. Check out Encloth for all your medical clothing and devices, female, male clothing, cosmetics, electronics. They're at 7 David Rose Street, South Bromville, or you could call the numbers on the screen. King Kong Construction for design, build, renovation, interior flooring, consulting support, and concrete roads. They're the one for you. You're secure with iSecure. Armed, unarmed security, executive protection, gun spark cleaning, fumigation, sanitizing services, general protecting services, and various supplies. Shepherd's cleaning as well. If you're in the diaspora and you have your house here and you need somebody to look over and make sure it clean on a regular basis, or if you're here and you just need a cleaner because you're busy, or a cleaner for your business place, check them out. They're also hiring custodians as well. So please give them an email. iSecure is hiring security officers as well too. So please support. Whenever you're here, make sure you go down to Jacob's Jewelry. You're coming in for a couple of days or anything and you need some gold, check out Jacob's Jewelry and Pawn Shop. They have all great Guyanese gold, 14 karat, 18 karat, all the carats that are available, diamonds, top quality stuff. Please, locals too, if you're going to buy your jewelry, please check out Jacob's Jewelry and support. Anything before we go and go see?
I would just like to advise persons heading into the weekend to have a good week. A good weekend, as a matter of fact. If you can be good, you be careful. Something I just remember, Courdel, before we go. You notice we didn't say anything. This morning I saw this picture of the AFC celebrating 30 years of nothingness. And I was like, not 30 years, 20 years.
18, sir. I
18
downloaded
years.
it and I put it up. It was my fault.
No, 18 years, they cannot point to a single small community in any remote area, urban or rural, that they hold, that they can consider here. This single individual village is our stronghold. Everybody in this community, half of the people in this area support us after 18 years. It's sad.
Yeah. And on a point of order, Nkosi, all the AFC ministers, let me rephrase. The most corruption out of the coalition come from the AFC, right? Or most corruption. Raffle track money, 18 million US. You got the gun license, man. You understand me? You got the $2 million every time she go up on an outing signing on checks to your own company. You got David Patterson sitting on people's fence. He buy with scales. He sole source the contract for the 3-lane Harbor Bridge crossing that we was supposed to get. And we can't forget how Sherrod spent up the people money at Chronicle Punchier, setting all kind of stupidness. Make Moses Nakamuto have to knock you off. You understand me? So please, y'all remember, don't let the AFC fool you as they're some deciding thing and they're the balance. They are just as bad, and in some cases even worse.
They're worse.
You understand? Because most of the ministers is mere corruption. Most of the ministers. This is the last call at taking call. You only got two call. You got morning. Morning. Hello?
On secondary.
Oh, you're not hearing? You're not hearing? You're not hearing me that clearly. That's the first time I'm hearing that. I'm gonna have to check on that. Thank you. All right, I can check on that. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, so guys, if I didn't know you guys in hearing me good. What? Let me know in the comments if y'all hearing me clearly. This is the only hearing you in Kosi.
I'm hearing you clearly.
Right, probably it might be his connection as well. But yeah, people saying loud and clear, sound good. Yeah. But we can check it out for you, sir. Don't fight. Anyway, guys, that's all the time we have for today. And my special guest and Kosi Williams for yeah, they asked you to come back and Kosi. They don't ask you to come back on the program. Like you come to take over me thing by.
And what I'm saying, what I'm going to say quite quickly to you and your viewers. I said this when I came on. I don't usually get up so early. I'm just hoping to finish here, go catch a quick half an hour, and then I gotta go to work. You know, it's a quick half an hour, I end up being an hour.
You struggle. You better go before before CD catch you.
Better late than never.
All right, anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Listen, y'all, please be safe. It's the weekend. I know people want to go and enjoy themselves, but please be safe on the roadways. Take your time. Wear your seatbelt. Don't drink too much Kool-Aid this weekend. They're going to corrupt you for the new week, right? Y'all have fun. Do what you need to do as Guyanese. Make sure that you build wherever you're building. Stay focused on the path that you're on. I want to say big up to my friend Tyson English, who rode from the crossing there at Molson Creek to not Bonfin, Bovista on a bicycle. I think it took 5 days or so. Congratulations to you. He was doing cancer awareness and mental health awareness. That was the purpose of the ride. So congratulations to you. Hopefully we'll have me on the program in the new week. But that's all the time I said I have for today. Remember, it's all about peace, love, one Guyana.
Right here, Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got no foil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home.